Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating article detailing a secure architecture using Keycloak, Angular, and the back-end for front-end, BFF, pattern. It's all about keeping sensitive data out of the browser, a crucial aspect of modern web security, you know?
Absolutely. The browser is a notoriously hostile environment. So what's the core idea behind using a BFF in this setup? I'm particularly interested in how it improves security.
Precisely. The BFF acts as a secure intermediary. Think of it as a trusted bodyguard between your Angular app, our untrusted client, and Keycloak, the authentication server. The BFF handles all the OAuth 2 and PKCE flows, keeping token management entirely server-side. The Angular app remains blissfully unaware of the complexities of Keycloak's API.
So the Angular app only talks to the BFF, which then communicates with Keycloak? That's a clean separation of concerns, right? Sing it. It simplifies things for the front-end developers, too.
Exactly. Architectural clarity is a huge win. The services remain blissfully unaware of each other's internals. And from a security standpoint, it's brilliant, because sensitive data, like tokens, never touches the client. It's all handled securely on the server within the BFF.
I see. But isn't this just a fancy proxy? What truly distinguishes a BFF from a simple proxy?
That's a great question. A BFF is more than just a simple proxy. It's a tailored solution. A proxy simply forwards requests. A BFF adapts the interactions to the specific needs of the client. It handles client-specific logic, aggregates APIs from multiple back-end services, and maintains a clear separation of concerns. It's a strategic architectural pattern, not just a simple routing mechanism.
Okay, got it. So let's talk about Keycloak. The article mentions using a pre-configured deployment with a test realm. What are the crucial Keycloak settings we need to pay attention to?
The most important settings are related to the volumes in the Docker Compose file. These define the paths to the test-realm.json and the certificates folder. You'll need to adjust these paths based on your local setup. Also, the public client settings in Keycloak are crucial. You need to specify the allowed URLs. In this case, those starting with https://localhost port 3000/- to ensure only the BFF can communicate with Keycloak.
And what about the BFF itself? The article uses express.js, but it could be implemented with other frameworks, right?
Absolutely. The author chose Express.js for simplicity, but you could easily use Nest.js or any other suitable framework. The core concept remains the same: a secure intermediary handling authentication flows and token management. The important parts are the CORS configuration to allow communication with the Angular app, the session handling for secure token storage, and the Passport.js Keycloak strategy for authentication.
The article highlights 3 key API endpoints in the BFF: /auth/Keycloak, /auth/Keycloak/callback, and /auth/logout. Can you elaborate on their roles?
Sure. /auth/Keycloak initiates the authentication process with Keycloak, handling PKCE. /auth/Keycloak/callback is where Keycloak redirects after successful authentication. Finally, /auth/logout handles the logout process, ensuring both the BFF and Keycloak sessions are terminated. It's a carefully orchestrated dance between the BFF and Keycloak.
Interesting. And how does the Angular application interact with this whole setup? It seems pretty straightforward, but I'd like to hear your take on it.
The Angular app is remarkably simple. It uses a service, auth.service.ts, to handle login and logout. It opens a pop-up window to interact with the BFF's endpoints, and then listens for messages from the BFF to determine success or failure. No direct interaction with Keycloak, no complex token management, just clean, simple communication with the BFF.
So the Angular app remains completely oblivious to the underlying authentication mechanisms. That's a significant advantage in terms of maintainability and security, isn't it? It also reduces the attack surface of the application.
Precisely. It keeps the Angular app focused on its core functionality, while the BFF handles the security heavy lifting. This separation of concerns is key to building robust and secure applications. It's a modern approach to authentication that prioritizes security and simplicity.
This is a really compelling approach. Thanks for breaking it down. It's clear that this architecture offers significant advantages in terms of security and maintainability.
My pleasure. Remember, security is an ongoing process, and this BFF pattern offers a robust and scalable solution for protecting sensitive data in modern web applications. And that's all the time we have for today's Tech Bytes and News. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye-bye.